Hi friends, welcome to Cindy's Corner. Hey, we are at the beginning of the new year and all of us are resetting our diets and trying to eat healthier. And so today we're going to make a refreshing cucumber shrimp salad, very easy to put together, so it can be quick. And what I did was I bought a shrimp ring to make the whole thing faster. So I've got about a half a pound of cooked cold shrimp here. Okay, and now we're going to start on the dressing first. And the dressing, to make it lighter, save me some calories, instead of using all mayonnaise for the dressing, I used half a cup of mayonnaise and a quarter cup of Greek yogurt. That is a great way to lighten up your calories and to add more protein to your diet. Now, the recipe that's in the description box is for a full pound of shrimp. I only have a half a pound, but I'm going to make the whole amount of dressing and save what I don't use today for another salad. Okay, so again, we've got our mayonnaise and our Greek yogurt in here. The next thing we're going to add is a tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice and a teaspoon. It says a teaspoon, but honestly I thought I needed more than that, so this is closer to a tablespoon of freshly chopped dill. And while we're talking about the dill, I'm going to talk to you about how I store my fresh herbs in my refrigerator. So when I bring them home from the store, I kind of trim the bottoms and I put it in a glass with enough water just to get up about an inch or so. Then I put a paper towel over top and a plastic bag loosely over top of that. And because every time I put this in the fridge, there is condensation that gathers on this plastic bag. And once I take it out and use it, I turn the bag inside out because there's always water on here. So let me just put that away, and you can see my dill. This dill has been in the fridge for over a week and it's still great. So let me put that back in the fridge. Okay, now we're just going to mix our dressing together. And I'm going to first mix it and then add salt and pepper to taste. First I want to see what it tastes like before I add any more salt to this. Doesn't take long. There it is, it's all together. Now let's take a little taste. Oh, that's really nice. But I think it needs a little salt and pepper. Definitely pepper. I'm going to put like 3 cracks of pepper. And this particular salt grinder dumps out a lot of salt, so I'm just going to add a little bit more salt to that. We'll see how that tastes. That lemon really makes it tangy. I like that. And of course, if you want to add more dill, so you can see the specks. Let's see if you catches on the camera. You can see the specks of dill in the dressing, and you see the kind of the consistency here. I think that is pretty good. Let's take another taste with the end that I didn't use. Oh, that's good. That's perfect. Now, while I was juicing the lemon, I took some of the zest off of the lemon as well. And I'm going to toss that in here. It's not in a recipe, but it could be a nice addition. If you follow that lady Shireen, she says if you use the juice, use the zest. I think that's a good recommendation. Okay. All right, now remember, this is like, for what I'm doing, this is like a double recipe of dressing, so I'm not going to use all that. Now we're on to our cucumber. So basically the salad is just cucumber and shrimp and the dressing. So it's pretty quick and simple. Now I'm pulling out my V-slicer because it says thinly sliced cucumber, and this is the best way to get it. So if you're not familiar with a V-slicer, this is a type of mandolin, and This particular attachment has thick on one side and thin on the other. So if you want to make thin slices, you want to make sure you slide in the thin side. Now we're going to trim off the end. It's my little compost bowl over here. And the way you use this, now I've already washed this, cleaned it off. So basically, for me, I find the easiest way to use this is to tip it up like this. I'll just tell you that it does have some notches here, so if you wanted to put it right over top of your bowl, that is what those notches are for, so that you can kind of hook onto your bowl. But I am just going to do it on my board. Let me get this in a good grip. And then I find that for me, if I have it this angle, where it's up, it's pretty easy for me to make these slices. And you can see these are very thin slices. So this is a really good tool. Okay, I'll put it this angle so you guys can see. And of course, when you're using mandolins, these are very sharp. So you want to be not distracted. Keep your eye on the blades and your hands so that you don't cut yourself. And this is quite a good sized cucumber. So I think what I would suggest for you is that you cut up your cucumber, see how much you have in proportion to your shrimp, and then add the cucumber. As you see, you know, the proportion makes sense. See, we're getting quite a pile here. So I really love this thing. I use it all the time. Okay, let's see. Okay, that might be enough for me for today. All right, let's see if there's any stragglers underneath. Okay, so we'll put this to the side. Okay, now let's get our bowl. Okay, so here's my ½ pound of shrimp. Now I'm gonna add cucumbers to it, but actually I think maybe all of that might be too much. Let's add a good portion of it, and the rest of it I'll save for another salad. Put it over here in this container, and then after we add our dressing, we'll see if we need to add more cucumber. You know, that's a nice thing about recipes. When you're doing it yourself, you can customize it the way that you feel works out best for you. Okay, so I'm going to start with about a quarter of this, and we're going to start mixing it and see how it is. I don't want it to be swimming in the dressing. I want it to be dressed, but I don't want it to be overdressed. Okay, I may need to get a little fork here. We can toss it like a regular salad. So you see how easy and quick this is. This is what attracted me to this recipe. I like recipes that are easy to put together. Honestly, I think that's plenty of dressing. Okay. So now I have dressing left that I can add to another salad, or if I want to get another shrimp ring, then I can do this again, which that may happen because this looks really great. Okay, and that's it. It's a quick, easy cucumber shrimp salad. Now, if you stay tuned for the next video, I'm going to be serving this with a cocktail, so you'll get to see how I plate this up. So you take care, and I will see you soon.